Building home labs, we go all in. Networks and rack servers, that's our thing. Core computing, we're in the zone. Creating a future we can call our own.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to this quick video. I wanted to really talk about a bit of an issue that I've been having that there's no information online about. So this is obviously my Lenovo Legion Y700 tablet setup, but attached to this I have a controller. Now I got this controller, it was a recommendation actually from a ETA Prime video. He had the same tablet and the controller fit really nicely. It worked with Call of Duty, which was probably my main reason for buying this. And I thought, you know, I'll give it a shot. Let me go to display capture and I'll show you what this controller is. So this is the exact controller, and I bought this on the 3rd of April 2024, so you know, just a couple of months old. And it's got some pretty interesting features. Let me go to the main. So it supports up to 10-inch, and this will fit an iPad. It will also fit a Mi Pad 5. I've tested both of these and it does fit. It says they're up to 10-inch scalable. It's right at the stretch limit, but it will do it. And it has some modes. It's Android, iOS, and also for PC. So this seemed perfect. And when I got the controller, it worked as expected. You booted it up and it would launch into Xbox mode by default. You didn't really have to do any filling about, it just did it. Then after about maybe a month or so, I noticed that if I would just push the button, and I'll try and get this in shot, I might do it this time. If I would push it, now it's gone blue this time, that's because I've done a bit of a trick to get it to go like this every time. But sometimes this would just go green, and when it's in green, it's in switch mode. It's for a Nintendo Switch. Now this was really annoying because I could not get it to go back to Xbox mode, and I spent, I don't know, 2 weeks. I was even going to buy another one because I thought it's broken. Now it does have a little reset button on the bottom here, this tiny little pinhole, so you can push that while it's turned on and it will technically reset. Now I've even took the controller apart because I thought, I wonder if there's a way to alter the firmware on it to basically get it to never go out of Xbox mode. Now there is a couple of chips in this controller that you could do that. I've yet to kind of extract the firmware and go into it. The way that I guess this has done it, it's cloned an Xbox controller's firmware, so like the Bluetooth ID that it basically comes up on other tablets to say that it's in Xbox mode. It's cloned that kind of ID, so to speak, that unique ID for an Xbox controller, and then it's attached it to the firmware in this chip to make it think that it's an Xbox, because obviously Xbox is a proprietary controller. So that's the way that I know that they've done it, because there's a couple of chips on here, like BIOS chips, that you can implant your firmware onto. But for people who have this controller and it's not going into Xbox mode, there's no information online about how to get it to go into Xbox mode all the time. So I'm going to turn it off. If you have this controller and it's doing this, the way that you would do it, turn it off, take it out of the tablet, make sure it's closed. I'm not too sure why it has to be closed, but I think when you pull it apart, there's nothing that these two sides are really connected. There's very little in the way of wires. It's mainly all done through the Bluetooth interface. But when it's closed, you simply, like this, don't do anything else but just do this. I'll try and get it in the perfect shot. So hold this first, which is the right top trigger, and then just simply do it like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's it, just one click, and it will go into Xbox mode pairing every time. So I'm going to just turn it off and do it again, just to show you how quick it was. It's on the website, it says hold it for 2 seconds. It's not, it's literally just a tap like that, and it will do it every time, as long as the controller is closed. sometimes when it's open, can you see this side has gone off and this side stays on? So I'm glad it did this on this opportunity. This is what it was doing when it had the tablet open, and see it comes back on. You have to do it slowly. It's a bit strange. I think the design of this could have been better. It could have been more rigid. Like I probably would have paid for my backbone. I paid £100, so I would have paid more money for a controller like this if it had been a bit more sturdier. I think I'm going to get about a year out of this, and then it's going to start having issues. I'd be surprised if I get any longer. So if they end up doing a version 2 that is much more sturdier and has a trigger switch on the side for Xbox mode, because I don't like that kind of key combination, how you do it. It's just prone to kind of failure. It'd be better to have like a switch here that you just click and go into Xbox mode. If they did that, I'd be tempted to get another one. Like all the buttons have worn off straight away. There's just little things. It's a good controller for what it is, but there could be things that are a lot better with it. So this is mainly just a video for anyone else who's having these issues. They'll Google it. Hopefully this video comes up by the way I do the tags and stuff, and it will save you hours of headache, and probably save you some money in case you're going to buy another one. And hopefully the company sees it and takes my advice and actually goes and builds a slightly, because they've done really good with it, but they could just make it that much better. The next video that I'm going to go on to is about the update for the Lenovo Legion, so I'll catch you in the next one.
Core computing, we're on the rise, creating the future right before our eyes. Together we'll build, innovate, and grow.